Hello.
Here we are.
Yay. What did we work it out? 17th Fall Fest.
I know, we're almost adults.
Who would have ever thought? I cannot even believe it. Still going strong. So many companies working together in unison, which is not easy. It's not easy to get entrepreneurial minds who all own separate businesses or manage separate businesses to come together in one like singular way and push in the same direction. It's been a task, but it's been fantastic. And definitely goes to show the kinds of businesses that are involved in TGBE. You have to all care about each other to be able to make this work.
You have to collaborate. You have to be willing to make changes and, agree with the consensus and be okay with moving forward with what everyone and the majority decides. And that's not always easy, especially for a small business who's used to doing what they want to do.
How they want to do it, when they want to do it, where they want to do it. Yeah.
Exactly. So, Darlene, it's like herding cats. Yep. It's like, woo.
Sometimes, and there's no leader really. I mean, there's a leadership team, but there's no specific leader. And we all are literally pitching in to make it happen in unison. And some people pitch in more during certain times. I obviously pitched in less this last year and was so happy and glad to see so many others jump in and fill in the positions that I would normally do. Like it's nice to work with a group of friends like this for sure.
Yeah, it's really special. And so many people in this group have gone through major life things throughout these 17 events that we have had. I mean, pretty much everyone has had something quite large and that upheavals their life that they've gone through. And it's just been a beautiful thing to see how we all change our roles and we chip in and we pick up and just support one another, as well as just supporting people who, like emotionally, mentally, and with the business of helping them like keep things going. It's a pretty awesome group. So we're so happy that you're all here. We are grateful for all of you so very much because we couldn't keep doing this without all of you out there. And I hope that you're enjoying today and you'll continue to enjoy tomorrow and, shop to your heart's content.
I'm so glad to be back. I missed beading. I had to take that break. I needed that break. But I came back excited and like ready to get down to business. So I've been really enjoying being back on the air every week at 3 p.m. Pacific on Wednesdays. We have our live sales going again for Softflex. I just did one 2 days ago and it runs through Sunday. You can find it on the Softflex company page. But while I was gone, you guys, the Softflex team made a Softflex app where you can shop our live sales. And they put a lot of work into it while I was gone so that it would be ready to go when I returned. And again, just like TGBE, I couldn't be more proud of the company that I work for. I've been interviewing people for the last 2 weeks. And I have been I take this so seriously because there are people like Kristen who's been here. How many years, Chris?
21, I think.
22. I've been here 25 years. Thomas has been here probably 24 years, 23 years. Rosa, Angela, all those people in the background, I would say 70% of us have been here for 15 years or more. Yeah. And so I take it super seriously because this is my family in a lot of ways. And I want to make sure if we have a new family member that they're going to be a good fit and hopefully stick around for a long time too. But I went off into that tangent because I Just feel so happy that TGBE went on without a hitch while I was gone, and Softluxe Company just pushed it to the edge, creating a new app for live sales where you can go shop today, our live sale from Thursday. It's really like pretty fantastic to have that kind of a support team when you have to take a break the way that I did. So, and then all of you, thank you for all the messages, like the kindness. It really meant a lot to me when I was going through challenging times to hear from all of you. Some of you sent me gifts or cards or just an encouraging message, and I got all of those and so appreciate it. So thank you. Thank you very much for all of that. We've got a jam-packed show for you. We're going to be opening a brand new kit that is still available on our website today. We are starting to try to make enough that when we do TGBE, people who are brand new can still go get the kit. So if you love this kit, you can grab it while supplies last at softluxecompany.com. You can use that coupon code that Kristen was flashing at the beginning. Kristen, are we going to do a giveaway?
Yes. I don't know what it is, though, because we forgot to discuss that.
Well, I'm going to open the kit. You dream up what you would like to give away. Maybe one of these kits.
Yeah. That's a good idea. I mean, I think a kit's always fun, right? You can always grab it. You can always have another kit. Kind of there's so many fun beads in this kit.
Or a bead mix, that matches. Something like that would be good. Okay, so Kristen's going to work on the giveaway. I'm going to open the kit and show you some new things that just landed in the Softluxe Company store. We have tons of adorable Halloween charms if you would like to check those out. Everything store-wide is 15% off. This mummy is like a personal favorite. Isn't it the most adorable?
So cute.
Mummy guy. It makes me want to wrap my kids up in tissue paper and make them mummies for Halloween. Definitely a contender for costumes. Look at this cute little skeleton too. Isn't he just adorable? And then these adorable bats are all available on the website. Pretty limited supplies left on those because we're getting closer to Halloween, but you know how that goes. The trick-or-treat bags are flying. I made these on a whim this week. Between interviews, I started poking around in the warehouse and I was like, oh, wouldn't this, and this go together so well? My creative mind can only handle so much analytical interviewing. So I pulled together some mixes. There are 3 separate mixes that are all kind of similar but different. And you will get a mystery package of trick-or-treat goodies. The best part of this is that these are $30 full retail price if you put each of these items in your cart on our website, but we're doing it for 50% off because it does have a Halloween theme and it is getting close to the holiday. So if you want to grab one of those into your basket, I highly suggest it. I saw some people buying 2 or 3. So my limited stock was going kind of quickly. So there's definitely not many of those left, but you can find them on the website. Every order is getting a little free gift, including, I think the piece de resistance is this beautiful pendant, this gorgeous ceramic pendant, but then there's a mixture of fall colored beads to inspire you with that pendant as well. I was thinking of that orange and red mums that you see this time of year and how pretty this would look together. So you can get that.
Oh, and I was thinking how perfect it went along with our Day of the Dead kit because marigolds are a huge flower for Day of the Dead, and it feels very marigoldish to me.
It does. Yeah, that's true. So this is going in every order until while supplies last. So get your orders in. It'll automatically pop into your order. Now we do have a coupon code this time. It's not an automatic sale. So make sure you're using the coupon code, which will flash multiple times during this live video. Okay, so I'm opening it up. Ooh, this is one jam-packed little kit here. This is a surprise gift from Miss Kristen Fagan. She rushed to get these guys for you. Isn't that right, Chris?
It is. I had a huge stash of these Paula Radke little pieces, dichroic. They're all different colors and they're all different shapes, but I paired them all up and I shipped them all off to the warehouse to put in this kit because I just thought they'd be really fun. And I had so many of them, I didn't know what I would ever do with the quantity that I
Totally. Hey,
so I'm sharing those with all of you.
We've been selling Paula Radke's dichroic glass in our live sales. There's some in the current live sale. They go by in a flash. I mean, we cannot, like, every single item we put up from her sells immediately. We usually have one of a kinds because they're samples. But definitely if you like dichroic glass and you like Paula Radke, make sure you're getting in on our live sales because you're going to find some Paula Radke in there and you'll really enjoy. The pieces that we're getting are special pieces that Mike had gotten as samples. So they're like the best of the best. And then she also has been working with me and every once in a while will send me pieces that are not on her website that are also maybe old samples or things she used to sell that she's no longer stocking. So you can check that out. We only carry those in our live sale. So make sure you download that Softlux Company shopping app and get on there. And that's where you can shop our live sales. And you can actually shop the one that's up right now even. Okay, so this is a jam-packed kit, you guys. We've got our 10-foot spool of Softlux beading wire in the medium with black color. So it's a really nice background color for all these bright colors. You'll see we had a really special piece that you kind of saw yesterday in Kristen's design. It's like a fabric embroidered piece, and we have two of them in there. And so we included thread, and I saw needles. Oh, they went over here. And a package of needles, just in case you wanted to do some bead embroidery on it with thread and needle. So are you going to use the thread and needle today, Kristen?
I am.
Oh, okay, cool. So Kristen's going to be demonstrating that today. I wasn't sure if you had actually used the thread or not.
Yeah, I did. And I also use Softlux for parts of it too. But the beads embroidered on it, I decided to do the thread.
Okay, we've got some of these sugar skulls, which I have been obsessively wearing this bracelet this year every day. I love it. Sometimes I match it with clear crystals. Sometimes I match it with my little seed bead pumpkin bracelet. But I love this bracelet. I've gotten so many compliments on it this year. And I think you could do something really similar with these beauties. So we've got those. I might make something with those today. I'm making on the fly. So nobody knows what I'm doing, not even me. But we'll figure it out.
Just the way you like it.
Just the way I like it. It worked out that way for a reason. We've got some ceramic beads. We've got some check glass flowers. I think everybody got different colors in the flowers.
They did.
Correctly.
Yeah.
So some may have different flowers than the ones that I have here. We've got crimps in here. We've got 3 strands of beads. Lovely. I love those purple and the green together are cool. And then look at this huge bead mix that we got from our friend Kay at Beadoria. She hooked us up.
I love this bead mix. I'm using a lot of those little rondelles today. They're so pretty.
And then it has some cute little other things mixed in there too. So I don't think you can get this bead mix separately. You can only get it in the kit. We do have kits left. So definitely go grab one of the kits while supplies are available. So that is our kit. I'm going to turn it over to Kristen
Hooray.
She's got to get going on this massive project that she's decided to do today. That'll give me time to figure out, what do I feel like doing?
Right. Exactly.
There you go, Miss Kristen.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad you opened it all up, because that allowed me to set up 2 different thread and needles over here. So I'm not scrambling.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine trying to string a thread on a needle during a live video?
No. And you know what? I learned how to use the threader that comes with your needles, which is amazing, by the way. I can't believe I never used one before.
Aren't those handy?
I proceeded to break 2 of them, though.
Oh, so, yeah. You have to be really gentle.
Yeah, I'm not gentle.
No, that's why you initially were the angry beater.
I know. So I was over here sweating because I was like, oh my gosh, I broke the thing that makes it easy, and now I have to make sure I have all my thread.
Oh no.
So we're going to make these are my 2 examples here for our beaded embroidery. And what we're doing today is we've got this gorgeous little piece here. When this came through from one of our vendors, I was like, oh my gosh, we need that. We need that. We need that. We need that. And so I knew I was definitely going to make something with this. And I took the rondelles, and that's what I'm using the thread and needle for, to go around the outside. I use this outside line, the circular white line all the way around. I use that as my guide, and I just went right below it. So that's what we'll do together to get our ring of beads. So this one is using those really pretty light purple, almost like an Alexandrite color. Oh, I love it with the green. And then this one, I did it with those orange. They're the same size, so that worked out really great. And I did this one with the orange. So we're going to do that part first, and then I took soft flex and I went all the way around all of my beads. And what that did is some of them kind of, you know, jut out a little bit or might get a little wonky. Putting the soft flex all the way through the whole ring afterwards really tightened them all up. And then I was able to use that as my connection. In this place, I connected it to an ear wire to make the earring. And then I did a separate little dangle on the bottom with that Paula Rad key piece. And on this one, I'm using the soft flex to come up and around, and then added my sugar skull to complete this pendant. And then I figure, and then there's a little loop here. So you can string this on a necklace, either just on soft flex if you want to keep it real simple on the black soft flex that comes with your kit, or you can use all of these beads we had left over to make yourself a beaded design up the back. Super fun. So each of these uses 15 of those beads. You have enough beads, luckily, for making 2. So if you wanted to do earrings, you can use the 2 pieces that come in the kit and make 2 embroidered of the same, or you can do 2 different pendants if that's your fancy. So we're going to do a little bit of that like cooking show magic. So I've got this one already embroidered over here, waiting for later. And I'm going to grab the orange beads to show you how to start the embroidery. So we'll just pull these guys out. You need 15 of them. And it also depends, like I played around with where I was going to poke it, and I poked it on the inside here the first time, like kind of lower. And I didn't really love that because it felt like the edge was a little unfinished. Then I tried it right on this white outline, and that was good, but I needed an extra bead to make that work. And then I didn't have enough for 2. So I found just going right under on the inside of that outline made for the best option to keep it looking really nice and finished, but also using the amount of beads that we had if we wanted to make 2. So 15 a piece. So now I've got my thread here. I cut 36 inches of thread. I folded it over and then just tied a few regular overhand knots at the bottom. And we're going to use this needle. I use the middle size of this kit that you get. So I don't know what the numbers are, but I'm using these 2 ones right in the center. Let me go ahead and make sure I'm not seeing. Yeah, Debbie, the round material is only in the kit. This is one of those special odd items that we just curated specifically for the kit. So I'm going to go up from the back. And I'm just going to pick a spot and I'm going to make sure my needle is coming in right on the inside of that outline, closer to the center, and then just pull that through. So the backs are a bit unfinished. I didn't do anything with my back, but you can cut like another piece of fabric and glue it down if you wanted to kind of finish it off. Just FYI, we didn't have anything else in the kit, so I didn't bother doing that because I'm just going to use what we've got here. So I'm going to go ahead and string on this bead, this little rondelle, and hold it up where I want it place-wise. And I want my hole to run side to side is my goal, so that it sits just like that. So I'm just going to hold it with my left hand, and then I'm going to take my needle right next to the bead underneath that white outline and poke it down. And those first few ones are going to be a little trickier just because your thread is a bit long and you just don't want it to get kind of tangled and caught. So just be slow with it. And that's from experience of having lots of little things gather up on me and create little little tiny knots. So now I'm going to take that needle and I'm going to come right back next to that bead from the bottom up and slowly pull that through. And then I'm going to pick up another one of those rondelles. Go ahead and slide that one down and then hold the 2 of them side by side together. And that'll help me with where I need to place my needle right next to that bead and down. The other thing I will note is that when I tried to do this embroidery right on the white outline instead of just below it, it's a little thicker because it's got all that threading. And so the needle was a little bit harder to pass right on it. So that was another reason why it's kind of good to go slightly in. And now we'll just go ahead and pick up another bead, hold it in place, and go back down. Easy peasy. So how are you doing over there, Sarah? Are you having fun playing with some of our new items, taking a look?
I am, yeah. I broke open my matching bead mix that goes with the Stay of the Dead kit. And I am working on another one of these beautiful sugar skull bracelets, but in more colorful, bright color tones. Do you want me to flash over here?
Yeah, that's a great idea, since I'm just
something repetitive,
doing a little threading, same old. But I think that's a great mix. We didn't include that mix in the kit, but it was like a coordinating mix, and we still have some of those left, and they're super colorful. I made a really fun necklace with that mix.
Yeah, I had pulled this out, and then I pulled out some of the tiara cast pieces that were still kind of sitting on in the shop because I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to be doing. I've been very inspired by the comet. We actually went out and looked at it again last night. If you haven't gotten out into the night sky to look at it, it might not be the time right now because the moon is full. Maybe give it a couple more days, but I've been inspired by that and kind of thinking about using this piece. We have this beautiful tree, like big redwood tree that I love that's still in the shop. And then some cones and things. I might be able to use those black cones in my design. But anyway, I pulled that out, this little mix, and I was starting to kind of play around with a similar idea to this bracelet that I've been in love with. Maybe give me another option for the season. So I was playing with these bright colors. You know, I am not typically a bright colored girl that intermixes the colors like this. So it was a little challenging to sit and think about, you know, each bead as I'm going and trying to find the balance between the brightness of the orange and the change of the green. And then I like a little pop of black in there because I often wear black, and I imagine I would wear it with these other bracelets too. So, you know, like I want it to make sense with my whole assortment that I've got going on. And this was how far I have come. I probably need like another bead or two, and then I can do another one of these on each end. And then maybe I'll even do like a pair of earrings or something. That
I actually think the orange earrings that I'm making match that bracelet perfectly.
Oh, I love it. That's
it's
exciting.
Kind of like pumpkin patch colors, the green and the orange, you know.
I really liked these. They were in that bead mix, and they look almost like a little crown on top of the sugar skull. So I was kind of excited about that idea.
Ooh, that's cool.
On here. And then I'll show you. How fun. I love these bright colors. We always do a Halloween theme at Softflex every October, usually for our monthly kit, but we decided to really go all out this year with 2 kits. The other one already sold out, and I'm going to lose it all, aren't I?
Well, and I also feel like our monthly Halloween kit this year was very monotone, like blacks and grays and silver. So this one was like a nice,
we did the same thing at the same time.
We did the same thing at the same time.
Oh my Lord.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Isn't that fun? And then best of all, it's just going to look great with like a mixture of things on your wrist, you know? It's not overtly Halloween or Day of the Dead. It's just like a little nod to it, which is what I like to do. I'm probably just going to do a simple clasp like I did here. So what I can do is just take my lobster clasp. You're going to need a 2x2 millimeter crimp tube. If you got the kit, you will have some in there. I think you have the silver. I'm going to use a gold. We carry them in 4 different metal tones. We've got gold filled. We've got black oxidized silver.
Yeah, that's actually the black is what's in the kit.
Oh, black. Okay, great. Oh, that would work too. That would look nice. Either way, I'm going to go ahead and string on that crimp tube, come back in, and there it goes again. Why is it keep going?
That's all right. It just sort of, sometimes it's a little blip. Someone is asking which mix has those sugar skulls in it. The sugar skulls were actually in the kit. So you got to grab those from the Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead kit that we put together for TGBE Fall Fest. I'll link that in again right now. And we do have a few sugar skulls in just black and white. The one that's in Sara's original bracelet. I think we might have like 5 or 6 of those strands left. So they're pretty close to selling out.
They're great.
They're really fun.
So I crimped. I took that tube and made it into a little round ball using the magical crimpers. I'm going to cut that wire off. And then instead of using a jump ring on the other side, I'm just going to make a ring out of soft flex. It's actually more secure to just go ahead and crimp a little ring than to use an open jump ring, especially. So I like to.
She is, Lydia. Lydia says, Sarah, you're living dangerously without bead stoppers.
I know. What is going on? I don't know where they went. I have a pack of them and I don't know where they went. I'm going to look for them after this live when I no longer need them.
Right.
I'll need them next week. I keep saying I'm going to look for them and then I don't need them right that minute. So I'm like, oh.
You're like, next time. Oops, next time's here.
So you want to leave it a little big enough that this can clasp on there. In fact, if you want to go ahead and just clasp it on, you can do that so that you can see that it's able to be flexible in this round shape. If you crimp when something is straight like this and you crimp it as tight as possible, it won't have that little bit of room that fills in when you make it go into a circle. You know, so you got to have that little bit of flexibility. So when it's a circle, you don't see any space. But when it's straight up and down, it's got that space there. And that's important for it to feel flexible and not be kind of tugging at it at the crimp. So once you've got that all settled, you can straighten your wires inside of your crimp, although it's not completely necessary. It just gives you a little bit of a straighter connector. And then you can come up with those magical crimpers. You can find these right on the Softflex Company website. Remember, everything is 15% off till next Tuesday using that coupon code. So you've got to use the coupon code, which is what, Kristen?
It is Fall Fest 24.
Fall Fest 24 is your code. You can only use one coupon code on our website now. So if you've got some other coupon code hanging out, it's not going to work with it. It's one code at a time, and you get free shipping with your orders over, I think, $89.
That's right. You also get the free gift, which you don't need a code for that. That just happens on all orders. And I will say that the 15% off is not valid with any other order discounts. So
that looks so good.
Oh, that does look so good.
My new favorite.
That looks so good.
I love it. I love this little thing. I made it last year. We have these seed beads available in a rainbow of colors. That's another bracelet I'm working on that I'll show you before we're over. But
ooh, is it the same as the one you sent me?
No, I'm doing a vote one, but it's a similar style.
I'm gonna have to grab that one to show everyone, but I'll do that towards the end.
All right, I'm coming back over to you.
Okay. Oh, good timing. I'm just
there we go.
Finishing. I'm just going on the back here. I did my last. All of my beads are on, and you see how they're all a little wonky in some spaces, a little more than even before because I was trying to go a little more quickly. But I'm going to show you what the Softflex does to kind of help even that out. So right now I'm just creating a nice knot, hopefully, because I did it a little too quickly. Let me just fix that up here for a second, and then I can cut this off.
I am on double duty today.
I know.
On double duty today. I'm also a soccer mom today. And just to share a proud soccer mom moment, my middle daughter played goalie in the second half. Not a thing she plays that often, too. She's pretty much good at every part of soccer, but she usually is a striker up front or a major defender. But anyway, she blocked. She put her little tiny body, which is probably the smallest soccer player on the team, or close to it.
Oh, she is tiny. She's so cute.
Little tiny body on top of a ball that kept the other team from scoring in the last minute, and it would have meant that they tied the game instead of won it. So I was so proud of her. And then my other big girl is playing a soccer game, just started 5 minutes ago. So right after this, I will rush over to see the tail end of her game and bring the snack treats. But
you're snack mom today too.
Oh God. I was like, why did I sign up for it today of all days? What was I thinking? Anyway, it happens. So I'm excited to see the rest of her game as well.
Oh my gosh.
So proud of those kiddos. They've been through a lot and they are just really thriving. So I know a lot of you ask me, how are they doing? And they're doing okay. It's not a perfect world by any means, but they're doing okay, thankfully.
Yeah. You and Josh are great parents, and you have just really done the best you possibly could to help them navigate the situation.
Yeah, I mean, I've certainly tried, and you only know in the future how things actually turn out. But I've certainly I do my best every day. I can't say that I'm always the best, but I put an effort at the very least. But yeah, I'm really proud of them.
Yeah, you should be. It's awesome. So if you guys can see here, look at how these beads, see how the beads up here, I haven't gone through with the soft flex yet, but the beads on the bottom I have. So I just took a piece of our medium black soft flex that's included in your kit, and I'm stringing it through all of those beads all the way around, and it just kind of puts them all in line. Soft flex loves to be in a circle, and so it just wants to put all these beads in a great circle. I'm going to pull this one down a little bit so I can kind of
get looking so good, and that does match my bracelet.
It does.
I mean, that's really a good match for sure. Becky says that's so clever.
Thanks, Becky. I didn't do it the first time around, but when I was kind of working on extra demos, I realized, maybe instead of just adding the soft flex in the bottom, at the bottom, I can go all the way through, and it cleaned it all up. I loved it.
Well, I have something more to show whenever you're ready to toss it back over.
What was that?
I have something more to show, and whenever you're ready to toss it back over, let me know.
Okay, I just came out to the end, so let me go ahead and add my ear wire finding so that everyone can see exactly what you do at that point when you're ready. So now that I've come full circle, and I've got a wire, soft flex wire coming out of both sides here, I'm going to go through this one more time, this bead here, and that's going to act as my top anchor bead. So I'm crossing through, and now it pulls it all together. And I'm going to go ahead and just trim off a bit of this wire because it's more than I need. Just like so. I'm going to grab one of our 2x2 millimeter blackened crimp tubes that were in your kit. These are actually sterling silver crimp tubes that are blackened. So they are sterling 2x2 millimeter crimp tubes that have been finished in black. We're going to go ahead and slide that crimp tube down on both of those soft flex wires, just like so. And then we're going to take one of them back down. Now, many of you know this from doing lots of soft flex earrings, very similar. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. Wiggle that guy down there. And now I will use my crimping pliers to grab that tail and make that loop smaller. And that top loop is the one that's going to attach to your ear wire. So you just want to make sure your crimp is centered around this bead. You don't want it kind of flying on one side or the other. And if you want to make it a little closer, you just kind of have to finagle it a little bit. Make sure that you are evening it out on both sides. And then once I'm centered, which I look like I am, I'm going to go ahead and crimp that crimp tube down. I'm using our magical crimping pliers, which will take this 2x2 millimeter crimp tube and ravioli time, turn it into a nice rounded crimp. I made that top loop super itty bitty tiny, but that's all right. It should fit in my ear wire. That's all you need it to do. Trim off the excess without cutting your loops. Be very careful of that. And then I will grab my gunmetal ear wire. Because I made my loop so little, it's probably not going to fit over this little volley here, but I can go up through the back. And so that is how you attach it there. Ta-da! And then I'll show you how to make a little dangle. I'll let you pop over to Sara before we do that.
Okay, this will be quick. I started something else. I was like, oh, she's taking a while. I'll start this other thing I'm doing. But back to this. So we added these beautiful ceramic teardrops. I saw Miss Candy Cooper had some very similar tube beads that probably match these teardrops. They're all from Peru. They're hand painted ceramics. They're absolutely stunning. I was watching one of her lives earlier this week, and she had found some tubes that were so similar to these. They're really, really pretty. We've got them in 4 different types, and they come in pairs. So you can get the blue. There's this really pretty like pink and red and black mix. This is one of my favorites. So fun. And then the last one looks like this. Oh, there we go again. It's like today. Here we go. The last one looks like this, which is beautiful with that purple in there. I love it. But one of the things I noticed about it is you couldn't just use like a traditional ear wire if you just wanted to hang this from an ear wire and wear it as an earring. And so I was going to show you quickly how to make an ear wire that will fit this piece. So I've got my 20 gauge Softluxe craft wire. It comes in lots of different colors. This is a gold silver plated. What that means is it's copper with a silver plating and that has a gold color over it. So I'm going to unspool some of that and take my nylon jaw pliers. Let me move my other project out of the way here. I'm just going gangbusters in every direction, I'm telling you. So I'm going to trim. You can find these sweet little pendants on our website, and they also will be 15% off. So keep that in mind. So here we go. We've got 3 different sizes on here, and we want to make sure we're using a size that's going to fit really nicely. I feel like I used size 4. I'm not certain, but I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to make a nice big loop. Ta-da! And then I'm going to swap my pliers so that the biggest loop is going to make the actual ear wire portion. And there we go. We've got a little ear wire shape that is going to fit that guy. And then if I want to make it about the same length, usually I make them in pairs, not so haphazardly, but I had made one and thought, oh, I probably should show how I'm going to do that. And then what you need to do, and I won't show you this because I want to get back to Kristen and make sure she has enough time. Make sure you work harden it. So I'm going to take a wire whacker, which is 2 nylon slabs, and I'm going to slam it down multiple times, making sure that it's all hardened. Also a burr cup at the end of this. is really helpful. But when you've got an earring like this that just isn't going to fit on your traditional ear wire, this is the way to go. You want to make your own, and that way it will swing free and comfortably. Well, it should, but it's not wanting. I have like something stuck in there.
Oh, you'll have to pick up a different one.
Let me get my awl out.
There you go.
I'll figure it out. I'll get my awl out. There's something, just a little bit of something stuck in there, but I'll clean that out and get back to you. Over to you, Kristen.
All right. I love that. And I've done that technique with the wooden pieces we sell too, because they're similar in that they're kind of thick. So you can't get like a normal ear wire. Okay, so to add a dangle, I'm actually not going to show you this part because it's the same process as we did for the top. So if you see here, the only difference is that I added just a little bit of soft flex wire only through the one bead. And then I brought the crimp on both of them and wrapped it around my Paula Radke one that was in my kit, which was this like orangey little square. So that's one way to add a little dangle to these earrings. I wanted to show you how I did these little beads on this part here. Oh, that was me this time that popped off.
Look, I got it.
Hello, hello. So to add these little dangles on the bottom here, I have a fresh needle and thread. This one is 2 feet long that I folded in half. So I've got 12 inches, and I'm gonna grab my little piece here with the purple, and I'm just gonna pick a spot between 2 beads. I'm gonna go up from behind. And if you see, I'm going right in between 2 beads there and pull that through. And then I will trim off this thread because you don't need that long piece of thread hanging from the bottom. And what this will give me is a piece of thread coming straight down. And so now I'm going to grab one of these little pyramids, which fit just perfectly in between those rondelle beads. And then I have one of the black rondelles after that. Da, 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 da. So just like that. You've got those 2 strung, and now I'm going to flip over my embroidery piece, and I'm going to take my needle just back through the green pyramid bead and pull that up and tighten this. And for whatever reason, no matter how hard I try, I always get the thread in the front. So I kept trying to get that thread in the back. It comes and ends up being right on the front. So I don't know what I'm doing there, but we're going to go with it for a moment here. I'm just going to pull this tight so I've got it where I want those beads, and then I'm going to poke back down through in between again to create my piece. So see how that, and you can kind of twist it to the back, which is fine. But the other thing I decided to do, and I did it on a few of them here, is I just grabbed my micron pen, or if you have a Sharpie, this is an archival ink pen, and this is a size 8 micron. They're made by Sakura. And I just went ahead and colored over my thread because they were all going every which way. And I figured the easiest way to make it disappear is to color over it. And so little by little, I just cover that thread. I keep trying to get it in the back. It's like, I don't know. It's almost like it's doing opposite of what I think it would do. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do another one. So I'll go up. Now I go back up through 2 beads again. Pull that thread. Go ahead and seed bead at the bottom to make it up. There we go. I knew somebody had tricks. Maria said seed bead at the bottom to make the turn so you don't have any thread. Very cool. We didn't have any seed beads in this kit this time, so I just made do with what I had, but I will have to try that instead. So same thing, I just add my little pyramid bead, my little rondelle, and then I'm gonna go ahead and holding that pyramid, pull that thread back up, and then go down through those 2 beads. And then you just do that for how many dangles you want to have on your pendant. I think I ended up doing 8 of them. So you can do however many you want on the bottom of your pendant. Super fun. I'll stop that there and I'll show you, my last thing is just showing you how I did the top of this guy here. And you know what? I have a piece of leftover soft flex right there. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab one of that. And what you'll want to do is you'll want to find the beads directly across from wherever your center is. Since I ended up with 8, I ended up choosing the 2 beads straight across from my center.
I am smitten with my new bracelet.
Yes, I love that. That's what we all want, right? To be smitten by the stuff we make.
That's the goal.
So here I went ahead and strung the soft flex through 2 of those top beads. And then I'm going to make this little circular pattern, which I ended up doing black bead on either side, followed by the pyramid bead in green, and then 1 black bead at the top. Black beads are so hard to find the bead hole on. They're like my hardest. I just don't see that. Okay, there we go. So when you look at it from the front, you've got a black bead, green one, and then black, green, black on one side, because you're going to take the opposite side and you're going to go back through that top black bead. Pull that down, and that creates your little loop. And then you're going to add your crimp tubes. I knew I had some on my table, because this is the point of the presentation where everything's on your table. Right? And you're like,
I'm working on my 3rd totally different project from when I began.
Oh my gosh. The burr cup size is, I think it's all one size. We just have this burr cup.
Yep, it works with all the gauges that we carry.
So I'm going to go ahead and crimp this baby here in place. I'm going to trim off one of these soft flex wires, because you're only going to be able to fit one through your sugar skull. So now you've got your sugar skull on top, and I have a little, you could put any other bead up here. Maybe one of the little crowns that Sara had too would be very cute at the top.
In the bead mix.
Or a little flower. If you have like a little flower or something, you could put it on the top there. And then last but certainly not least, my final crimp on the top of the pendant. So I'm going to push that crimp down towards the black bead, and then I want to go and make my loop. I want to make sure I add my soft flex wire to the back of where the first one is, so that my loop is in the direction of a pendant. So I can then add either wire or more beads, but you want it hanging in that front to back direction. Just like so. So when you look at it this way, you can string through that way. And then we crimp this. Woo! I did it!
You're amazing.
And it's always like a marathon at the last.
I mean, you did pick a more complicated design this time, which I'm so proud of.
I know the bead embroidery. I just had to do it with that piece. So, yeah. And then here's your finished project. Ta-da!
And you've never done anything like this before, right?
I've only done some bead embroidery on canvas, which we have a video in which I added seed beads to this little canvas. And we did that. And then I did the bead embroidery at that Craftcation show. I took that bead embroidery class. And so that's sort of what started me on my bead embroidery path. And it's a lot of fun.
I love it. Hey, flash back over to me real fast.
You got it.
I started working on my vote bracelet in blue. I ran out of red beads. I started this. Earlier this week, and I only had red and white. I didn't have blue, so I started it in red. I got very excited, and then I realized I didn't have enough red beads either. So I'm going to get some red beads next week. You can order these seed beads at softluxcompany.com, get the 15% off as well. It's very easy to make this 2-drop peyote work for anything that you want to do. I did VOTE, and this is a printable that I can post again that is on our website already on a blog post, but I'll post it again. But you can make shapes, you can make letters, you can say someone's name. You know, there's like a zillion different things you can do to make your own design work well. So I am excited. I'm going to do it in blue. I have more blue beads than I did red. So I'm feeling like I might be able to make it all the way in blue and then finish my red next week, hopefully. But I love this little design.
So cool. I think it's beautiful. I love that you were able to write words. I'm so impressed.
I know. I'm very excited about it. It's the same thing with this little pumpkin guy. I did.
And that was last year's Fall Fest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did I do that last year at Fall Fest?
Yep, you did.
I've done quite a few little patterns. It was a cute one. Did a few different variations on Christmas trees. Beautiful blues. All sorts of good stuff. So you can take that pattern and make it your own and do all sorts of cool things with it. I can't wait to see what you end up making when you print it out and use it. But you can get the thread, the needles, the seed beads. Everything we've shown you today is all 15% off. All of our new items. We have lots of cool little fall items like these sweet little leaves.
Love them. Ruth is asking if we have a best thread or favorite. Well, we have been using the Miyuki thread, Ruth, and you can find that at softluxcompany.com. And it's been really lovely to work with. It's super strong and also like very, I don't know, it glides real nice, if that's a word.
Yeah, we have it in gold and silver.
Yeah.
These sold out. These little pumpkin guys already sold.
They did. They're so cute.
And then look at these hearts have my heart. Oh, I just lost one.
Oh.
These hearts are so cute.
Someone is asking, where can you get the blank pattern?
I will post it to the TGBE group.
Awesome. I bet you it's also on our blog, I have a feeling, but that might be a little bit harder to find.
That's where I found it because I was like, I'm going to make my own new pattern. So I found it because I knew it was there. And then I printed a bunch of them so that I could make out the letters because I was like, there's no way I can freehand.
Very cool.
These letters, and it does get a little wonky because it's not a perfect straight line, but it's kind of hard to see.
Well, I ran out of the room and grabbed the bracelet you sent me to show everyone too real fast because it's beautiful. Look at this gorgeousness that Sara made for me. It's just so lovely. It gives me such 80s vibes and I'm here for it.
I knew you would love it.
It reminds me of like the friendship bracelets back in the day, and it's got a gorgeous Green Girl Studios button, which this is like one of my favorite buttons. I actually have this one from Cynthia too on another bracelet, and it's just a little snake. It's so cute. I love it so much. So thank you, Sara. And this is done with all of those delicas that we have on our website.
Yeah, it's the whole rainbow bundle.
Yeah.
Evelyn keeps asking me to make one of those for her. So
I understand why. It's like Rainbow Bright. It just reminds me of Rainbow Bright in like the most wonderful way.
I know. I made one for my niece too, but skinnier, and she loved it.
Oh, I love it.
And they work really pretty fast. I mean, it's a few hours, but it's repetitive. You know what you're doing. It's kind of relaxing. So I highly suggest it if you're looking for something to keep your hands busy as it starts to get cooler outside. If you're in a place that has snow and you're kind of locked in for the winter eventually, maybe grab one of those rainbow seed bead bundles and you can get the 15% off. What do you think?
Yeah. Oh, I have not been paying attention to how many people are watching. And I just clicked over to the giveaway and I was like, oh, we're almost 200 people entered in the giveaway. There's 193. So let's get to 200. Come on, a couple more of you get in there. 7 more of you we need.
Yeah, there's 250 of you watching. So we're going to give away one of the kits, right? We decided on one of the kits. So
we decided on one of the kits.
Using today, you are entered to win. You can only enter once, #FallFest. And then Kristen, while they're getting those entries in, let's show them that coupon code one more time so that everyone can write it down. You can do a quick screenshot if you're on your phone to remember what it is. You can find it also right on the homepage at softluxcompany.com. It's in that yellow banner there, Fall Fest 24, 15% off everything.
Yeah, since we've been doing a lot more coupon codes, I've been using that little tag to kind of bring your attention to where the coupon code is. So just FYI for sales over the next, I don't know how long, but I thought if I keep that part the same, you guys will know where the coupon is located.
I love that. Thank you for making it easy for everybody. So 50% off everything. We've got a free gift going in with every order, no matter what size the order is. So look for that free gift while supplies last.
It's a nice free gift. I mean, it's a pendant, it's beads, it's seed beads, and bugle beads, I think, too, in there, which awesome. I mean, it's such a nice mix. And then don't forget, too, that we have our live bead sale happening through tomorrow at midnight Pacific time. You can shop on the Softlex Company app. You can check it out on our Facebook page or Instagram feed, or you can go to our live sale website, which is the information on the bottom. But yeah, pretty exciting. And I also have this banner on our homepage so that you can click on it and it'll take you to the current sale to shop directly.
Ooh, that's easy.
So you can grab that too. And then let's pop on the schedule before we choose here and just say, oh, we've got Nile coming up behind us. He will be live a half hour after, 25 minutes after we end. And then we'll have Ask Me Anything at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Abby and I will be hanging out, and I hope a few other of our presenters will join us as well. So here we go. Let's go pull up that giveaway. Share that. And we made it to 216. How amazing. That is amazing. 217. All right, here we go. You must be here to win. So make sure you tell us that you're here in the comments once you see your name has been called.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Hey, I love that. I love that for you, Kim.
Yes. I'm going to just type
Let us
in.
know you're here, Kim. And then you're going to email info@softluxcompany.com. Let Chris or let Rosa know that you won the Day of the Dead kit. We'll follow up as well to let her know. And make sure your shipping address is in the email so she doesn't look it up or get it mistaken with something else. Just put it right in the email. That makes it easy for her to get that shipped out to you as quickly as possible. I'd be totally surprised if Kim is not still here.
I know. Have you seen her? I haven't seen her yet. Kim,
are you, Kim? We're looking for you. We're going to give you a couple more minutes. I know
there sometimes is a little delay.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll give you a minute here.
And if not, stick around because you might get chosen as a winner because we only send gifts to people who stick around till the end to get the instructions for winning. Uh-oh. Kim.
So I'm gonna wait till it turns over one more minute here.
Okay. In the meantime, could you guys click like on this video? Give us a thumbs up, give us a heart, let us know you enjoyed. And do that for all of the presenters this weekend. Everyone works so hard for TGBE. We work hard for our regular videos that we do weekly, but we put in some extra pizzazz. As you saw with the magic show this morning from Candy Cooper, we put in some extra pizzazz just for you for these weekends. So make sure you're clicking like, give us hearts, share, and let people know that this event is going on. That means a lot to all of us. And then don't miss that huge giveaway.
Oh, yeah. Swag bag giveaway. Be sure to check that out. $750 in prize package. That is amazing. Well, I don't see Kim here.
All right, so we're rolling again. Here we go. I hope you're still here, whoever wins.
Woo-woo.
We'll go through Relay's presentation if we have to.
Love the morning magic show. Yeah, that was amazing. Gigi hit that one out of the park.
I mean, she really knew what she was doing. Lori on YouTube, check in and let us know you're here to claim your prize. He always does something special at the beginning of TGBE, but all of the other presenters do too. Putting together kits or a special presentation that is different from what we normally do takes a lot of time, sweat, sometimes tears, hopefully not, but sometimes, I mean, it's really a lot of work. So be patient also with everyone shipping orders next week because we often get lots and lots of orders over TGBE weekend. And then if some of us of the companies are very small, you know, there's only 1 or 2 people. So it takes time for everybody to get their orders together and shipped out. So be real patient on that as well. Lori, are you not here too?
Wah, wah. I have not seen Lori. Let me just go back and see. No, I don't see Lori in the comments. Oh my goodness.
When we post the replay, we can say we did 30 minutes of giveaways.
I know. All right, here we go. One more time. Let's see. 3rd time's a charm. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Pick Nuts Homestead. Are you here?
Oh, on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Oh, Cecilia says she's coming. Oh no, we're gonna end up with 15 winners today.
Well, Kristen. once we choose the next winner, the person before gets forfeited. So that's she did not make it in time. You guys, Pinion, are you here?
Oh my Lord. I feel like I need to break out in song and dance or something. in the meantime.
It's so funny because this doesn't happen that often, but when it does, it's always like a few people in a row.
It rarely happens. They're almost always
my gosh. What do I do? This is nuts, Wanda. I agree.
I know.
Nuts.
Tap dance time, Kristen.
We do it again? One more time?
I think it mostly happens at TGBE, honestly.
I know.
Yeah, go for it.
People probably don't stick around as long.
You're getting shorter and shorter time. So if you are the winner, make sure you tell us right away.
Yeah, the timing is getting shorter and shorter. Okay, here we go.
Go again.
Nancy's here. I mean, we have 250 of you here. So come on, Cynthia. Is Cynthia Rattle here?
Oh my gosh.
The last man standing.
There's 250 of you here. So somebody's got to win.
Well, someone just said Pinion is here. But if Cynthia's here, Pinion didn't say anything.
There she is. We got a winner.
We made it.
All
right. Well, Pinion, if you are also here, both of you go ahead and send a message. Pinion and Cynthia.
There she is. Okay. I want you guys to write down those names, Kristen. I want you guys to message info@softflexcompany.com and let them know that you won the Day of the Dead kit. We will let Rosa know we did 2 winners, and you 2 are the lucky people to get one of these kits for free.
Yay! Yeah, it's like roll call on Ditch Day. Yeah.
My goodness.
Well, we ended up with 2 winners, which, we almost 300 people watching. I guess we can handle 2 winners.
We can live with that.
All right. We love you guys.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We love all of you so much. Make sure you tune in for Nilay Patel coming up shortly in, unfortunately, only 17 minutes because we took so long. So go take a potty break, get something to drink, get something to eat, and then show back up for Nilay and spend a good hour with him making something awesome. We love all of you. Make sure you go shop at softflexcompany.com and use that lovely coupon code that's posted right on the homepage of the website. Bye, everybody.
Bye.